Oh my god. It's been a day, man. I just recorded this entire Ramble video with my headset muted. And uh wow, okay, yo, what's up? Okay, take two. We're here. I have a ruptured eardrum, so I don't know if I'm thinking completely right. First and foremost, Zelm, Mr. Floral's the goat. No, you are the goat, Zelm. Next video, my dog, right now. We are in the lab making it. I am so sorry for missing this. I do play with my chat closed. I did have Entity Header on earlier, so that's my bad, dude. I added you in game, and I will PM you my apologies. Wow, I said so many great things the first time, but this time it's gonna be better. Yeah, so it's been a couple months now since the last video. I think last video we talked about really kind of setting the roots for the account in terms of like the goals I wanted to achieve for sure, being runecrafting and Slayer. And at that time I was 1.5ing a lot of day alt to make meaningful progress towards runecrafting. And that I did maintain with that, but I did take a break from it. I'm sure a lot of you guys know or played into it, but I think shortly after that video, Fantasy 2025, the Fantasy 2025 skilling competition started on July 13th. And I did participate in that. I was on the that word, whatever that place is, Shitlos, the SS for short. Really fortunate. I was drafted by Moses. He's a great guy. He's become a great friend of mine through that experience. And just all my teammates, you know, with Necro, Rez, Static Void, Ice Juice, Seek, Edge H, PVM items, and Cyber. Ujin. Honestly, it was... We did make it to semifinals, and we did make it to the finals. We did not win the competition. That is okay. Honestly, it was an amazing time. Like, just the friendship that I made from hanging out with those guys and voice for, I don't know how many hundreds of hours during all that. Like, we voiced all the time. Just the laughs and the delirious things that you say when you're tired. I think that was one of the best competitions I've ever been a part of, and I don't know if I ever will take part in another skilling competition. Largely because I really like playing with those guys, and it's like I know that's never gonna happen again. And I kind of like the idea of just like ending on this absolute like apex moment of skilling comps. Maybe I will. If I do, it'd be something like low-key and casual, and make it maybe like a sign-up situation. And I'll just sign up with friends. But yeah, so I guess a quick comp recap. We finished the kind of day out stuff beforehand, and I was thinking about doing ZMI and like a lot of runecrafting during the comp. And I did a little bit. I didn't nearly do as much. I was really focused on trying to get as much over as possible during the comp. So that ended up looking like, for me, I started like high 20s, maybe low 30s thieving. And I finished the comp with 105 mil thieving. So we did a lot of thieving that comp. I started with like around like 40 something mil crafting, and yeah, we're 88.8 right now. So made a lot of progress in those two skills. It was a great time learning artifacts. It was like my first time ever actually doing it like properly, and it was a really fun method to learn. Really recommend it to everybody. And then for the finals, I ended up doing World Hop Winter Tot, also known as Hop Tot, the brand new fletching. Oh my god, I'm dying. My mouth. Pardon me. The brand new fletching knife came out from that Veil Totems minigame. and that thing is just awesome. Really cool item. It's not an insane buff at Wintertide. Honestly, the other changes, like with their Rejuvenation Potion, if anything, are the biggest change that would actually help you a lot. The fletching knife is just like a nice quality of life, and it does save you time. But just like the fletching knife with the Rejuvenation Potion from Wintertide, like those reworks are really what make the method so strong now. Plus, they added an extra world. That's arguably like one of the best things about recent changes to Wintertide. So I was getting some water. So yeah, I did fire making in the finals. Goal was to go for the fire making Ironman week record. My teammate PVM items had previously beat it, and just have like a little spirit of like friendly competitiveness, I want to do the same and try and beat him. So I started around like 30 mil or so fire making, and we finished. Well, I finished with like 91 something. I did a 60.2 mil fire making week. The funniest thing, because I can laugh at myself, was so like I wanted to do a 150, right? Like we were losing the comp, like the writing was on the wall. We knew that, but I wasn't deterred. Like I wanted to finish my fire making week record, and I wanted to do a 150, and just be like, all right, this is it. Like I'm retiring, bro. But like I forgot, like so like where my agility tracker is, like I was tracking fire making XP, right? And like I did a couple Wintertide games before setting the tracker. What am I doing here? Before setting the tracker to fire making XP. Finish the thought. So like at the end of the week, I was just like so tired and sleep deprived, right? Like, and I wanted this to say 60.2 mil fire making. But I fucked up. Like I forgot I was tracking beforehand. So like I went to Netsanot to chop Arctic pines to burn them because they're 125 XP each. So I could end perfectly on 60.2 mil fire making XP, which is like a really random and stupid number to end on. But like at that moment, I was so fixated on that because I was so tired. But I didn't remember about the other XP. So because of my journey up to Netsanot, I ended up like throwing the last like 0.14 I needed for a 150. Like just I don't know, that's just me. Big dumb or whatever. But who cares? Like I got reskilled anyways. It was over a 150 if I wasn't reskilled. I'm happy. A 149's the best I've ever done. A 149.8 or whatever. Yeah, we played great. The other team played better. They played a lot more. Big shout out to them, the Bangor Harbor Butchers. They killed it. Fun match. I'm glad we all played the entire week and really put up some pretty disgusting numbers. And I think a lot of people got weak PBs. So it was a good comp, good match. I think fantasy was like a little too long, but hey, it's been 5 years since we've done it. Like, who knows the right formula, you know? Big shout out to Ook for even bringing fantasy, a fantasy skilling competition to present day skillers. Oh my God, Zelm's on. Hold on, everybody. I have to message him. Sorry. Tell him. All right. I just felt so bad. I opened my private chat and I fucking egoed this guy. That's not cool. All right. So, yeah. So fantasy was a wrap up. Big shout out to all the players. Big shout out to Ook for hosting it and bringing it to the current skilling environment. So those were like, what do we do? So there were weeks. I don't want to talk about fantasy too much, but I guess like I'm trying to like fill in the pieces from the last video. Fincher just did that in his last video, and I really liked that, kind of like a continuity of progress. So since during the fantasy weeks, like there were times where like I wasn't playing, or there were just like weeks we knew we were going to lose because we didn't have a roster. So things that I worked on, I ended up like mining like 370k or something buckets of sand. We finished off all the sand we needed. I did about 10 or so hours of gem mining. So we're at 39.5 mil mining right now. So that's pretty nice. And we have all the crafting supplies we need. Seaweed, buckets, all that shit for our crafting goal. I think I still need to like just SGM Superglass make like 160k more, but that'll be fine. What else we do? PVM stuff. We got the Dragon Hunter 1 for Slayer, because I don't think Kodai is going to be in the cards for me. It's not something that I'm going to actively go after right now. And Araxor. Did a lot of Araxor. Well, a lot to me. I'm a big baby. I go dry everywhere, so the mental patience for continuing to go dry everywhere is been wearing thin. We'll bring up the log after this lap. But yeah, I really wanted to get I want to get a Rancor, because I don't know if I said in the last video, like I've been fine-tuning a lot of my Slayer sheet, and I see myself doing a lot of melee Abbey Demons and Tower Necreals. So Rancor is something I really wanted, and I think it's a couple max hits. I don't know, that thing shreds. Like Oathplate, Emberlight, Rancor on a Abbey Demon or Tower Neck melts, and it is so much fun to use. So really happy like I did stick out for it. Let's hit the spell and let's check out the log real quick. Araxor, yeah, 898, not too bad. The only part that felt grim was I went 0 and 551 or something like that to begin with. I was like, dude, nothing drops? Like, this is crazy. Finally got one piece of the Nox Halley, so that was just like, that was the breadcrumb that kept me chasing, the carrot that kept me running or whatever. Did like another 150 or 200 just for nothing. So I was like, all right, fuck it, man. Like, I want to get the elite CAs done anyway. So like, let's just get all the Raxor CAs done we can. Get the second piece, and now I'm like, thank God. Like, I'm like 2 and 600 right now. Like, this is crazy. And yeah, it got a little dark, but then we finally got the Fang when we least expected it. Like, that's kind of just how it all goes. And then once I had the Rancor, I was like, whatever, like I'll just kill this boss. Like, I'm having fun. It's good money. It's good. Like, it's not that bad to kill. So I stayed, and yeah, we finished with the last Nox piece. And really happy I did. Like, I don't know if you ever used a Nox Halley before, but I'm obsessed. Like, that thing shreds. Like, it hits like 71s on Hydra and like not Zora, but it just smacks. It's so much fun to use. So really happy I finished all that at Araxor. And then Araxor did too much Volcano. Maybe like 700 Volcano. I fell for the Effie Poppy Tool Seed trap. That is a myth. That item doesn't exist. It is a waste of time. I don't know. If you spoon it, you spoon it. I don't know. I spent too much time there. I probably won't go back for it. Truthfully, I think that was all of like the like actual skilling stuff we did. Resumed some of the day out mining. Day out's just always been my 0 time. I'm just kind of taking the L on Temple right now in terms of like that 0 time ep, but I think day out's so worth it to me to get done, because once it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? Like, you have the RC XP banked, and no longer will you be getting like 0.1 on your 0 time. So that's still been the 0 time. Let's go check out the day out stack right now. In the bunk. Okay, so here's the. Oh, let's check crafting first. Crafting, we have 581k molten glass, 165k more buckets of sand. Day alt, we have 201,000 in shards, and as we saw, that 1.9 mil in actual essence. So that's like what, 2.1, right? 2.1 mil essence plus a little bit of pure essence we've done that we have. So we have a good amount of rune crafting ahead of us. I think in just the day out alone, it's going to be just over 500 hours. So that kind of pairs really well right now with the glass. I should end up with close to like 114 mil RC and the crafting will be somewhere over 100 mil as well. Yeah, I think it's like 115, 120 mil. So that's pretty cool. And what else? Oh, we have 43 mil fletching. Got quite a bit from Wintertot. We have 127k maples right now, which will be into shafts. And 3.7 mil shafts, 1.3 headless, so that's like 5 mil. So we have all the baseline for 200 mil fletching in the making right now. I have the GB for it. I have alks and shit to sell, but I have the money for fletching, and I'm debating on sending fletching kind of soon. The idea is like hopefully sailing will have some sort of avenue, or I guess space to allow some sort of multi-skill. If not, just fletching. You know, if that's the only thing I can get done during it, that's fine with me. You know, it's somewhere else to do fletching. But like last night, I made another Iron Man alt, and like the initial idea was to making it into a second blood alt, because it'd be kind of nice to get that going. Because realistically, like, we might see a smithing rehaul like in my lifetime, right? But will it be better than blast furnace? Probably not. So smithing is a pretty safe bet. So an idea is like, do I wait for smithing? But I'm kind of leaning towards getting fletching done first, because it is probably one of the most expensive ones. It could pair really well with sailing, and then smithing's a lot cheaper, so I can always just get that done later on with like Slayer money or whatever, you know. So I don't know. Right now, like, please send me ideas. Like, my two initial ideas for the ult are like a gargoyle or some sort of like, you know, PVM, like I'm just killing something for repeatedly for money ult. That could be fun to do while RCing, because I have like 500 something hours of rune crafting, right? So I don't know, it's fun to work on something on the side. Like, I like rune crafting, but it's pretty chill, and it has like a lot of time, as we know right now, where I can be doing something else that kind of keeps me really engaged, and I think that kind of play style suits me and is pretty fun. So right now it's the accounts at Brim Agi Arena. Whether it becomes another Zaya RC alt or not, Agi's good to have. It's pretty fun and fast now. I like the Brimhaven Agility Course Arena. Yeah, but yeah, let me know if you have any ideas. I'm open ears. Well, open in one ear, the other one's ruptured. So talk to my good ear. I'm trying to think of anything else. I guess kind of outside the game, but part of the game. No, that's not really important. I guess like just finishing up the video. We're currently at 5964 Ironman EHP. I think with for the rest of the year, what it's looking like for me is sailing coming out hopefully this year. Finish sailing, like 99 sailing ASAP, and reassess on what the skill looks like and whether I want to keep training or not. Initial thoughts right now are probably just get 99 and wait to see what else comes out with it. Because sailing's gonna be really cool. Like, we have like the hype and all that stuff for like new content coming out in the game, but like we haven't really seen like a new skill in old school. So I think that's gonna be a really cool thing for the community. But the goal is right now is to get like as much RC done as possible and really start next year with Slayer. Like, hopefully try and get 200 mil Slayer next year would be the goal. I think that'd be really cool. So things I need to kind of finish on my Slayer prep checklist are finishing the essence and a decent amount of herb tot mixology. So I have a hard time starting something if I don't feel completely like prepared for it. So Slayer for me is obviously like runes, right? For a barrage, the equipment, the armor, the weapons. We spent a lot of time this year getting that done, and then the goading potions. I would really like to have at least 1 to 2k goading potions so I can just slay my little heart out, you know? I don't want to take a break. And that also includes getting all the bracelets of slaughter that I need. Because I'd like to just start the skill and just run, you know? And the only breaks I have to take are for like birdhouse runs or herd runs, you know? Is my, that's kind of like my play style, personally. To my own detriment, at least. Yeah, so I think with those like goals I want to hit, at least for Slayer prep, the mixology and the RC, I'm hopeful that'll get me to finish the year off at 7k ep. At least that's my goal. Get as close to as I can, if not 7k ep, and then kind of have a fresh slate for next year. Hopefully do 0 PVM and only skilling for next year, and get to at least 10k ep by the end of next year. It's kind of where I'm at. I'm really motivated to do it. I've been motivated this entire time. I feel like the Slayer prep's been in the making for a while now, but I think with sailing almost having a release date, I'm feeling really, really hopeful that Slayer will be soon on that count. I think that's it right now. I don't know, it's just been fantasy and Slayer prep. Maybe not too exciting for anyone else. Very exciting for me. I'm pretty pumped about it. I think we'll do one more vid before the year is up to kind of wrap up everything we've done and kind of put forward like good intentions for next year's goals. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you soon.